White people. White people. How do you steal a whole fucking country and you get there and run everything and it's well, it ain't yours, but it's yours because you stole it, so it's yours after you stole it. The theft, put it in your possession. And you get here and take over and you still territorial. You get the right of way, bro. White is right. Why are you so extremely pressed? Oh, so I gotta be careful how I pull back in home because road construction. How about that? Okay, I might be okay. Y'all didn't hear it because I didn't have the camera on this morning, but fuckwise. And you know they're not doing as good a job as the Latinos. Oh, fucking fucks. Oh my God. Well, Mr. said this morning, because he went out there and asked if he needed to move his truck. And so they're all like, no, you're good. So they're like, no, you're good. And I heard them, because they have that loud, rambunctious tone, like the neighbor does when he comes out. The Italian-looking neighbor. So, like New York Italian, too, So Mr. comes back in the house laughing. I was like, what'd he say? Because I heard the loudness, but I didn't hear the words. And he was like, he's on the phone talking. Yeah, Chuck, what's going on, Chuck? And so he's like, so when Mr. asked him if he needed to move his truck or would it be okay get out, he's like, no, you're fine. We got, you're good. So, yeah, what were you saying? And so he gets back on his phone like nothing, right? This is like ass o'clock in the morning. And so he gets back on his phone or whatever. And I know they unbothered about waking people up because this is what they do. And can't nobody do nothing about it because this ain't a personal contractor. This is the city, right? So he comes back. So Mr. says, he's like, the mafia says I'm good. I got the green light, right? To, that I'll be fine. Then I thought about it for an extra second. I was like, I was like, that's not even an exaggeration. These mafia motherfuckers have to come out here and do this work now because they're enslaving all of the reliable, knowledgeable, professional Latino brothers. So now they got to get their ass out here and do the work. And how the fuck are we paying for this? Don't we have a wall to pay for that we weren't going to be the ones to pay for? And how are we paying for that? Don't you need to pay old Sanchez for selling his soul and his people and creating these chamber camps? That's why I decided to call them y'all, because I can't call them FEMA camps. And I can't write those letters. I can't text those letters on social media. Because y'all know I misspell stuff a lot. And the reason why some people who have been here know, but if there are any the new couple of people, I misspell shit on purpose. And I mispronounce shit on purpose. Because even though, and I don't use Siri, mind you. But Siri's going to make a note of how I pronounce stuff and what it substitutes for. She can do that. I know it sounds far-fetched, but so did all of this other stuff that I told y'all about that was happening and that was going to happen, that is now happening, and you're clutching your pearls like you didn't know it was coming, no matter what a truth teller told you, okay, a number of years ago. But you thought they was crazy and doing too much, and a conspiracy theorist, which is automatically has a connotation of distrust and extremism. And the irony of that, because the person that you should trust is telling you about the extremists, forewarning you before, lest you become victim of said extremists. Okay, the actual person that is warning you about the obvious. You're conditioned to think that person is irrational and they're thinking too much of it. What they're saying is just ridiculous and far-fetched and unfathomable. That can't possibly be happening. And yet here we are. Because y'all don't want to know who God really is. You can't handle it. It's almost like in the Christian Bible, and I say that because I have accepted that religion is another tool that oppressors use. Okay, but that doesn't mean that there's no God that exists. But it does mean, how do you know that there's not more than one? There may very well be one. But what if ancestors from cultures from long before we ever dreamed about religion, organized religion, Western organized religion? What if there is a sun god and a nature god and a god of self-esteem, a god of beauty, a god of stature, a god of moral comes a god of the water. What if they did divvy that shit up because it's just too much for one motherfucker to handle? Or what if one guy did try to handle all this and humanity turned out like it turned out, and the other guys was sitting back and watching him fuck up because they was tough loving him or her, and was like, I don't know what makes you think you can do this all by yourself, but I'm going to go ahead and let you do it. Because to them, not to us, because they can do all it by themselves as far as humanity, because we're only human, right? But these are other gods talking to another god. So how do you know that they don't know more than that god know? And they just sitting back and watching them fuck it up. And Earth and America's humans specifically are the results of them fucking it up, because the other people's like, no, we're going to let that bitch bump her head. She know everything, because she a juvenile god. Not juvenile, she's a novice at being a god. And it was like, give her Earth, because Earth is already, semi fucked up. So let's give her Earth. And this is what happened. 45's president. Everybody's mentally unstable. Nobody's being held accountable for the fuck shit they're actually really doing. And yet everybody has conversation as if they really care, and things are, they're changing anything in order for anything to change. And nobody is. People aren't. And then you have lightened people that get to the point. There's stages that get to the point where I am now. And you're just like, it's going to be what it's going to be. Anyway, I said all that to say that all of a sudden out here doing this construction that my SS should be doing. Now they have to get up off of their mafia, they oppressive ass, and come out here and do it. So they get the mafia to send some guys out. And God knows if they even doing a detailed job. Or was that the plan for them to do it themselves, so then they can get your president's people out here where they can plant the wires properly? But I'ma chill. You ain't heard that from me.